Student, today I am taking class 8 Social Science, Civics, Chapter 9 Public Facilities. My dear students, what do you know about the public facilities? The peoples need some basics needs like we need food, shelter, clothes, water. These are very important for running our life. And as you know, in special, that is water. Water is very essential for our life. Without water we can't survive. So here we are going to take mostly the water as a part of fundamental right to life. Can there will be problem for getting the water? So all these matter we will study here, and what our government plan to supply the water to the citizens of India. So you see, water is an essential for life and it is good for health. As we need a water for various daily activities, we need it. We need for safe drinking water because we need to prevent much water related diseases. India has one of the highest number of cases of waterborne diseases such as diarrhea, dysentery and cholera. Over 1600 Indians, you can see, mostly children belong to the age of 5 reportedly that die every year due to so many water diseases in our country. Now, right to water, what does it mean? It means the Indian Constitution, it recognizes that the right of water is being part of right to the life under Article 21. It is the right for every person that have sufficient amount of water to fulfill his her daily needs irrespective of his social status. It means there should be universal access to water. Nobody can stop to anyone. Now, there have been several court cases in which you can see both the High Courts and Supreme Court have held that the rights of safe drinking water is a fundamental rights of the peoples of the India. So, what type of public facilities provided by the government? Do you know? Public facilities, it relate to our basic needs. Do you know? There are various public facilities that the government has to provide. So, water is the most important of them. It is a necessary that the government supply pure drinking water to the people. Do you know? Some of the other important facilities are healthcare, sanitation, electricity, public transport, school, colleges, etc. What type of benefit we are getting from the public facilities? You know, the benefits of the public facilities, it can be shared by many people. Like first, a school in the village will enable many children to get educated. Next, the supply of electricity to an area can be useful many people like the farmers. They can run pump and set to irrigate the fields. Even they can open small workshop so that run on electricity, and also the student will find easier to study. Now you see there, most of the people who are living in the village will benefit in some way or other ways by these facilities. What are the government role on supplying providing these public facilities? One of the most important function of the government is to ensure that public facilities are made available to everyone. Do you know, some private companies are also provided some public facilities, but they operate for the profit they want in the market. Do you know, in most of the public facilities there is no profit to be had. So a private company least likely to be interested in undertaking such works. The responsibility to provide public facility must therefore be that of the government. They can supply all the needs for the peoples which is necessary for our life. Public facilities that are provided by the private companies. Nowadays you can see so many schools and colleges are running by next hospitals, supply of drinking water in sealed bottles. All these are by public. Money for the public facilities. From where they get the money? See, the government budget is presented in the parliament every year, and the budget is an account of the expenses the government has incurred on its program in the past year and how much it plans to meet these expenses. What are the source of revenue? From where the government get the money? So main source of revenue is revenue for the government is taxes. These taxes, they are collected from the people, and the government is have empowered to collect these taxes and use them for such programs. So whatever the tax they are collected from us, that they are using for our plannings. Now, for example, you can see to supply water, what the government has to do? The government has to incur cost of pumping water, carrying it for longer distance, they laying down pipes for the distribution, treating the water for impurities, and finally collecting and treating the wastewater. So it means these expenses partially from the various taxes from that is collect, and partially it be charging as price for water. So in this way they are using. This price is set in a way that most of the peoples can afford a certain minimum amount of water for our daily use. You can see some example how the water supply to Chennai. While there is no doubt that public facilities should be made available to all, but can it will be in reality? So see, in reality we see there is a great shortage of such facilities. Water supply in Chennai is marked a shortage. See some examples. Municipal supply meets only about half needs of the people of the city. This is the biggest problem. Second, there are some areas which get water, whereas colonies further away, some of receive very less water. Area which is closer to the shortage point get more regularly than other. The burden of the shortfalls in water supply almost always falls on the poor. They are not getting the water easily. The middle class, when they face the water shortage, can cope through a variety of private means like this, such as they digging the bore wells, buying water from the tankers, or using bottled water for drinking. Now, for the safe drinking water, the wealthy have more choices. But what is in the reality? In reality, therefore, it is the only people with money, who is having money, who have the right to water. And this goes completely against the goal of universal essence to sufficient and safe water for all the people's needs. Now, taking water from the farmer. The shortage of water has opened an opportunity for private companies in a big way. From where they bring the water? See, many private companies nowadays are providing water to the cities by buying it from places around the city. So you can see in Chennai, water is taken from nearby towns like Memandar, Pallor and Karunzingi, and from the village to the north of the city using fleet of over 13,000 water tankers. So the water dealers, what they are doing? They pay farmers in advance every month for the right to exploit water resource on their land. So the water is taken away in not just for agriculture, but also from the drinking water supply for the villages. So as a result of this, what happened? Nowadays the groundwater levels have dropped drastically to all the towns and villages in these places. In search of alternatives, what type of alternatives we can adopt? So the situation in Chennai is not unique. It is a similar everywhere. The condition of shortage and crisis are common to other cities also of India too, especially where during the summer months there is too much shortage of water. Now, the shortage in municipal water is increasingly being filled by expansion of some private companies. Why? Because who are selling water for profits. Do you know there is an inequality in access and use of water resource have been now common. That is also reason for crisis of water during summer season. Standard water supply by the Urban Water Commission. How? According to this, the standard set by Urban Water Commission, the supply of water per person in an urban area in India should be about 135 litre per day, means about 7 buckets. Whereas the people belonging in luxury hotels may consume as much as 1600 litres, means 18 buckets of the water per day. So see how much they are wasting this water. A shortage of municipal water is considered as sign of failure of the government And it is sometimes argued that since the government is unable to supply the required amount of water and many of the municipal water department are running at a loss. Do you know, the private companies should be allowed to take over the task of this water supply. Now, how the water supplies in different countries across the world, we can see here. Consider these factors recording these water supply in different countries across the world is first. Throughout the world, you can see the water supply is a function of the government, and there are few instances of private water supply. There are areas in the world where the public water supplies has achieved universal access. Third, in a few cases where the responsibility for water supplies is handed it over to private companies, then there was a sharp rise in the price of water and making it unaffordable for many people who can can't. So huge protests and riots broke out on the places like Bolivia, they forcing the government to take back the services from private companies. Now, there are instances of success in the government water department within India, though these are very few in numbers and they are very limited to certain areas for their work. So, the water supply department in Mumbai raises enough money through water charges to cover its expenses on supplying water. In Hyderabad, a recent report shows that the department has increased coverage and improved performance in revenue collection. Second, in Chennai, the department has taken several new initiative steps for harvesting rainwater to increase the level of groundwater. It is the best method. We want to save water, we can do rain harvesting method. Now, it has also used the service of private companies for what? For they distribute and transport the water, but the government water supply department decides the rates of water tankers and they give the permission to operate, and hence what do we call? They are called contract. What are the extending sanitation facilities now? Sanitation besides safe drinking water is must in prevention of waterborne disease. It is very important. However, the sanitation coverage of India is even lower than that of water. Do you know, when we see the official figure for 2001, it shows that near about 68% of Indian households have to access for drinking water, about 36% have access to sanitation. Sanitation means toilet facilities within premises of residences. Now, Sulabh, what is a Sulabh? Sulabh is a non-government organization, has been working for 3 decades to address the problems of sanitation which is mostly faced by low caste, low income peoples in India. Sulabh has constructed more than 75,000 public toilets blocks and near about 1.2 million private toilets. Do you know, it giving access to sanitation to 10 million peoples. The majority of the users of these facilities are from the poor working classes. Sulabh enters, how it will be? It enters into contracts with municipalities or other local authorities to construct toilet blocks with government funds. Do you know? Some local authorities also, they provided the land and funds for setting up these type of services. Now, whereas maintenance costs are sometimes financed through some changes. So, what we concluded on this topic, that public facilities are related to our needs, and in the Indian Constitution, it is recognized as right to water, right to health, right to education, etc. are being main part of right of life. So, thus one of the major roles of the government is to provide adequate public facilities for everyone. However, there has hardly been any satisfactory progress in this front. There is a shortage of supply and there are inequalities in distribution. That is the main problem. Towns and villages, they are underprovided compared to the metros and large cities. Poor localities are under services in comparison to the wealthy localities. However, when we delegate this responsibility of providing these basic facilities to private companies is not best solution. The important fact that every citizen of the country has an equal right to these facilities has to be taken into account. So my dear students, what we have to do? It is better. We can adopt some new methods like rain harvesting method is the best method by which we can save the water and we can use the water in the limits. We don't waste water unnecessary. If we need a half water for the drink, so we can use this much only. We can't waste and take it care for always be careful for using the water. So in this way we can save the water. Now you see some exercises questions here. Now why do you think there are so few cases of private water supplies in the world? See, this is because the private company work for profit and not for the public welfare. They provide water supplies at a price which only some people can afford. No, this lead to huge protests by the peoples and thereby they forcing the government to take back the services from private companies. This is why there are so few cases of private water supplies in the world. Next, do you think the water in Chennai available to and affordable by all? Discuss. No, in Chennai water is not available to all equally and it is not affordable by all. The municipal water supply meets only half the needs of the peoples in the city. So there are areas which receive more water than others as they are closer to this shortage point. Do you know? The poor peoples are the worst sufferers and they do not have water connections and even brackish water from the borewell is available for only 20 minutes every day. Do you know? They cannot afford to buy bottled water, so they have to make do with get very poor quality water and in limited supply of water. You see, now those comparatively well off, they get some submersible pumps installed and they buy water bottles. How is the sale of water by farmers to water dealers in Chennai? These affecting the local peoples? Do you think these local peoples can object to such exploitation of groundwater? See, the sale of water by farmer to waste water dealers to Chennai has affected the lives of the local people adversely and they are facing severe water shortage. Yes, the local people can object. They can object such exploitation of the groundwater as it is a public good and its over exploitation, it is leading to water shortage in the locality. So the government can do laws in this regard and it can be private companies for entering in monetary transaction. So my dear student, today I finished this topic and next I will take the history. Thank you.